Welcome back guys to a brand new video. In this video, I'm going to be turning my welding table that I made a few years ago into a fixture table, and I bought a new tool to do it. So let's go and unbox it and see what it looks like. Alright guys, so you've just seen me unwrap my new magnetic drill press from Vevor. I chose to get the 2-speed magnetic drill instead of the variable speed. It was a better value kit which came with some annular bits, especially the 16mm bit that I really wanted in the kit, because a lot of the fixture tables have 16mm holes, and I can buy sets of fixtures for this in the future. I do plan on making my own fixtures, but for some of those more advanced machine fixtures that I wish to get, they will suit this table once I've drilled all the holes. So the next thing after this is I'm going to mark out all the hole placement on this table. I've chosen to go with a 100 by 100 pattern just to halve the amount. I know a lot of other tables are 50 by 50mm hole placement patterns, but it's already going to be over 800 holes, so I'm just going to mark it out at 100 by 100, start drilling some holes and give this a go. Alrighty guys, so this is my setup. I've got a 1 meter ruler, but because the table is 1200 wide, it falls short on the end just there, so I've had to continue it with another ruler there. I've clamped it down. I've used a square to set the depth of the 100mm in from the edge all the way along. I've used my scribe just here to mark each 100mm spacing all the way along, and then used another ruler just there as an extension, and then marked another 100mm and It's 1200 wide, 1800 long, so that's a lot of holes that I've got to do, but I'm going to take off this now and then center punch all those marks and then use the drill for the first time. Alrighty, so you've just seen me switch it out from scribing it to using the yellow tape. The reason I did this is because the scribe kept getting blunt. Every time that I would drag it across the table, I'd have to go and sharpen it again over there. It was wasting a lot of time. It was getting quite frustrating, so I thought I'd just switch it to the tape. That way I can use a biro or a pen, so I should say, and mark it out that way. It was a lot faster. And as you can see, there's a lot of holes I've got to do, and I'm not even halfway there yet. So let's get back into it. Alrighty, so there we have it. I've marked out the table in tape. It works out to be 187 holes, and now I have to center punch 187 positions and then continue with the magnetic drill press to drill all the holes at 16 millimeters. So let's get into it. So that went really well. It doesn't take very long for it to cut through 10 millimeter steel. The downside to this is that it is going to make a hell of a mess in my shed. There's a lot of material that's coming out and you need to wear safety glasses, hearing protection, and I'm going to put my respirator on because it gets that hot that the cutting fluid starts to smoke, it stinks. So I'm going to move on to the other 186 holes. This is coming along really nicely. It is by far one of the most messiest things that I've done in the workshop so far. It is everywhere. It's all over the ground, and some of these little plugs that it pops out at the bottom melted in the underside of my shoe because I stood on it and I didn't realize what the feeling was, and then I realized it was melted into my boot. So just something to think about if you choose to make a fixture table this way. It is a lot of labor, a lot of mess, but it is very rewarding to see it come together like this. So let's keep drilling. Oh my God, this has been such a test to my patience. This is one of the hardest mentally challenging things I've done in a long time. So many holes, and I've still got so many more to go. So back to the time lapse. Finally, all the holes are done, and this is the aftermath. Check out this. It is everywhere. So if you're thinking about doing this to your DIY welding table, this is what you're going to have to face. It's definitely worth it in the end, but it has taken an absolute monstrous amount of time. But the end result is absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to clean it up and have a look at what it looks like when it's all tidied up. So there we have it, guys. This is the end result of using the Vevor magnetic drill press. I've created my own fixture table. It is 1200 by 1800 millimeters. There is 187 holes in total, and it has taken me a total of over 6 hours to set up and then drill. So there we have it, guys. This is the Vevor 1300 watt magnetic drill press. It is the single speed version. I bought it on Vevor. I think it was in the 300s or so dollars Australian. It was the cheapest that's out there too. I looked at other ones on Sydney Tools and other tool sites like that, and they were in the vicinity of $1,500, $2,000 plus. This has been absolutely amazing. I have used the same drill bit, 16 millimeters, to do every single hole in this table, and it is still sharp enough to cut more holes. There is 187 holes on this table, and I almost lost my mind doing it, but we got there in the end. The trick is, scribe all your holes out and pin punch them all first, so then you can just go along, use the center point pin just there to get down into your pin punched section, and then magnetic drill press on, and then lower it down and cut your hole. I would have showed you in the video previous to this section here as to how long the holes took to cut. So I'm assuming it was probably no less than 15 to 20 seconds or abouts, because it seemed pretty quick when I was doing it. So if you'd like to get one of these yourself, I'll put a link for Amazon in the description down below. You can help the channel out by clicking the link down below. It is an amazing tool, and I can't wait to use it in future projects. So the next thing that I'm going to do on this table just here in another video is upgrade the underside to it. I want to make it so it's got drawers, bigger legs, bigger caster wheels, so it can move around a bit better. I really skimped out when I first made it because it was just a slap together job. I used 65 by 35 millimeter RHS box tubing to make the frame, and I don't like the look of it. So now that I've got some holes, those RHS sections are in the way of some of these holes. So when I redesign the base, I'm going to elevate the tabletop just a little bit so that no matter where the holes are, I can actually get the tools down in, and I'm not going to hit the frame that's underneath. So if you liked the video, remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I love reading all your comments, and I reply to absolutely every single one. And while I was making this video, so amazing, I've hit 500 subscribers, and I've done that in just over 4 months. So thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in the next video.